I feel great, honestly. That's the truth.
How hard has it been to just for your own personal, career developing, rookie year, all that stuff, to have to miss these few weeks?
Definitely challenging. Being in the rehab room every day, doing the same things over and over. Want to be out there with the guys and help them any way I can. But knew I had to do everything in my power to get back, so that's all I was really focused on.
As you've been watching one guy after another drop off this defensive line injured, how much has the anxiousness developed on your side to try and get back in and provide some help for this team?
No one's call it anxiousness. Just ready to come in and do my job like I've been trying to do all year. We've been dealing with injury bugs all season, and this is just another step throughout the year.
Some young players who've gone through injuries in their rookie season have found benefits to it, like almost a reset.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found any silver lining to this time away?
Yeah, just going back and watching the 4 games that I've played, and just being able to kind of decompress, take a little small physical break from the game. It was definitely good, kind of work on my body, get it back stronger, get my quads, my legs and all that back, even with the other one and even stronger, as it is now. But just every day, just working hard, seeing that, we had things that we needed to work on. I was, going to help that.
What's it like watching just from a different vantage point, seeing that?
It's tough, especially those road games, having to watch the games on the TV. There's no position any player wants to be in, for sure.
Was there anything you could watch to help you during that differently, though? Like watching from the side, like whether it's on TV or on the field, what did you try to absorb to try to stay, ready when you're coming back?
Just knowing what every play was. So I asked Coach what was the play call right there. Then I just watch whoever was in at D tackle or nose and just see what blocks they were getting, how they played it, or if we had like a movement or pressure or anything on, like how did they play it and what they got.
When you think back, or when you went back and looked at those 4 games that you played, what did you see, kind of self-scouting yourself?
Just saw a kid who was getting better week to week. I felt like I was just it was kind of starting to slow down just a little bit for me. Just where as much as I needed to, where I can finally start playing a little faster and making more plays.
You learn anything about yourself going through this process? A lot of guys talk about rehab as being a bit lonely. You're away from the team. Having to do that for the first time. What did you find out about yourself and maybe who you are as a professional so far?
Just coming in every day, it's gonna feel a little gloomy. We out here in Buffalo. We waking up 6 a.m. It's snowing outside, and it's you just gotta find ways to work through that. Keep something, kind of outside of football to try to keep your morale up. And then whenever you come in the building, just trying to keep a positive mindset. Just knowing that you're gonna be back out there one of these weeks.
What was the thing outside of football for you?
Definitely anime.
Yeah. Any recommendations that you want to put out there for everybody?
Right now I'm watching 7 Deadly Sins. I'm pretty sure most of the guys already seen that.
Do you feel ready to go for Sunday if they need you? I know it's not your choice, but if the coaches put you in, you're good?
Yeah, 100%.
How did you feel out there, your first full practice, just going through it and putting some pressure on the knee and everything?
Good. Honestly, it kind of surprised me. I've been doing kind of indie the last couple of days, just trying to get back into the flow of things. And it wasn't dealing with anything then, but, coming out here full speed, I was surprised at how good I felt, actually.
TJ, last week Javon saw him and I spoke with him. He also brought up anime. How much is that kind of a communal aspect of the defensive line?
I think it's something that's grew a lot, I guess since before I got here and now. I like to joke with Saul, he ain't start watching anime till I got here, so, I'm pretty much the cause of that. So, and, we got a bunch of guys in there who got different tastes. They watch a bunch of different things that somebody may or may not have seen. So it's always a good conversation starter, with the guys.
How much does it help that this D-line is so close, off the field too, like you're talking about?
I feel like it helps a lot. When we go to dinners or whenever we're doing anything, like going to the movies or anything, just having those times where we could just, talk about anything else other than football, it's huge for us, And then whenever we're on the field, it's me and G came up with a new lingo just because our friendship has kind of grown, a new lingo on the field that, we're going to try to use these next couple of weeks.
When you mentioned the injury bug for the D-line, how do you guys kind of support each other during those times where someone's out for a little bit and going to be coming back? Just what's it like leaning on your teammates and them being able to lean on you as well?
I just feel like, make sure nobody feels lonely. Whenever you come in the building, you see them, speak to them, ask them about how their day went, ask them what they got going after, so they still feel involved. I know kind of being on the injury bug myself, it's kind of tough when, you're kind of isolated from the guys, and not really seeing them as much as you were or going to practice with them. So I know it's times where I'm like, man, I wonder how the guys been doing. We were talking, but we weren't talking as much.
Thanks for